It's hilarious.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today at Shake It Up with Karen and Regina.
We got a lot shaking going on here today, let me just tell you. First of all, Karen and I are both shaking it up this morning in our new ensembles.
We went to Emily Sky and had a field day.
That's right. They dressed us for the show today.
Yes.
So
I purchased this outfit.
Yeah,
I
Karen,
was very excited
you
about
look,
it.
I love it.
Well,
that's
you know what? I truly feel like I could wear this into the season, like totally
Yes,
into the
you could
fall
put a
with
jean
little
jacket
sweater
on
or
it.
jacket.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's
You
got
could
the
wear it with
colors of
boots,
it.
too,
I could
if
wear
you
it with
wanted
the
to.
boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll get a lot of use out of this.
Absolutely.
It was really very affordable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I decided to, well, actually, Emily Sky decided to make me shake it up a little bit and get out of my comfort zone, so I'm wearing shorts.
She's like a little hoochie mama today.
Yeah. Woohoo!
And I can't decide whether it's slutty or sexy or cute and adorable. Like I can't. It's almost all of those things. You've got a
Well, that's
combination
me.
of all four.
That is my
true.
personality.
It's true, but it is a lot of fun and it looks beautiful on you. So
Thank
if anybody
you.
could pull that off, you can.
Oh, that's very sweet. I'm stretching it, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it because that's
Yeah.
what Shake It Up is all about.
Well,
It's just getting out of your comfort zone and
shaking
trying
it up
some
all
new
right.
things. Yeah, I'm shaking. I'm shaking it today. I'm shaking it today. And but
We
you know
had
what?
a
I have to
busy
tell you, it's very comfortable.
And you know that's a great island outfit. Like you
It's
can
very-
wear
it's got
that in
pockets.
the islands.
I'm
Yeah.
digging it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
digging
fabulous.
it.
It's fabulous. So we had a very busy week. I know last
Almost-
week we missed you. We had a show taped and we weren't able to talk to you live. But we had a great show last week with the Men's Style Show.
Oh,
Those
that
guys
was
were so
awesome.
cute.
I hope you guys saw it. If you didn't see it, go back and look in our archives on shakeitupwithkarenandregina.com. That show was a great show.
Yeah,
Guys,
and he was fabulous.
You
He was so
know,
much
you
fun.
want to know how to look good and feel great, watch that show.
Yeah,
He
and I
had a lot of
recommend-
great advice.
I definitely recommend the part where it says "look good."
Yeah.
Because you know we did talk about that, and some of you guys, you need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So now would be the time. Watch the show last week, and you'll get a lot of tips. But I was actually in Bermuda, and Regina was in San Diego, so we had a very, very busy week. And I
Yep.
came home to two crazy sick kids and piles and piles of laundry. So we haven't stopped.
But talk
forever.
about your vacation.
Oh, it was
Don't talk
fabulous.
about the sick kids yet.
It was
Let's-
absolutely fabulous. So, you know, we go to the Southampton Fairmont, and we were leaving, and Chernobyl or whatever who was the hurricane coming? It was some kind of crazy name.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy name. I don't know. Not Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
I don't know
No.
if it was Chernobyl, but something like that, similar. And it was coming. And we kept saying, oh, my God, we're going to get hit by a hurricane. Maybe we shouldn't go. Let's go. And we were like, all right, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go. Because, you know, Bermuda's beautiful no matter whether it's raining or not. So I said, let's go. And
You
we
two
got
are
there.
like two adventurers,
We
though.
really
I mean,
are.
you really are.
We really
but
are.
you've been going there for a while, so you
This
know
is
the
like
lay
our
of the
fifth
land.
year
Right.
or sixth year. But I was a little nervous because if you know what happened last time on the boat when
Yes.
we almost like
Did you
died.
hear that story?
So
Yeah.
yeah, just check out the show before that
Yeah.
because you'll hear all about it. But we went and we waited. We waited for this hurricane to come. We kept saying, when's it coming? It was beautiful. Every day was gorgeous.
Yeah, actually,
I mean-
you know what? We do have some pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe if Vicky can cue those pictures now, and you can show it now. Where is this? Is this
okay,
the pool?
so that's at the Southampton. No, that's at the Hamilton Princess. That's like the sister hotel to our hotel.
Okay.
So when we went over to Hamilton, we spent some time at that hotel.
That's gorgeous.
And, yeah, it's gorgeous. The floats are right in the water.
Oh.
I mean, how beautiful is that? And it overlooks the whole Hamilton
on
Bay.
now.
It's just
Really?
fabulous.
Come on.
Oh, this is terrific.
look
This
at
was
this.
at Grotto Bay Resort, and this is an underground cave that you swim in, and it's totally secluded. It was just me and Chris down
looks
there. I mean, we could have had a
beautiful.
field day. We didn't stay very long.
You know, it reminds me of Italy. It reminds me of Capri.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stunning.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, you fly 2 hours and a half to
That
get
might
there.
be why they call
Oh,
it
and this
Grotto
is the
Bay. Oh.
royal couple? Wait a second, let's just look.
This
Is this the royal couple?
It is.
Karen, you need to be doing the queen wave.
Can I
like this.
I don't know how that picture came out the way it did because we weren't feeling. I mean, I was in like some slinky dress and he was in jeans and a jacket.
You look
But
very
in
handsome.
that pose, which is the pose that the bartender made us put us in. You
Yes.
know, he was like, "No, that's how you have to be," and it came out looking very real.
No, it looks
So
great.
I was
it looks
quite
great.
impressed.
And I
Yeah.
have to give a little shout out to my friend Chris Vito.
Yes.
He's looking really good
Yes,
there.
I know. It only took him 24 years of marriage to do it, but he does look great
Listen,
now.
better late than
So
never,
look,
but he looks great.
I stuck with him when he was ugly and fat, but it's good now. Now he's handsome and skinny. It's a beautiful thing. I love
Oh
him.
my
I love
gosh.
him either
Listen,
way.
Karen, I don't want to say.
Look, but look how nice
remember,
he bought me this Roberto coin ring for my
Oh,
anniversary.
that's who it was.
There.
I couldn't think of the name.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love it. I love it. It's
fabulous.
really
So
beautiful, people.
I am so, and look how coincidentally it matches what I'm wearing today.
Yeah, that should be your
Beautifully.
palette for winter. I love it.
I
And
love
I
it.
like it with the gold. It's very,
Yeah,
it
the gold.
looks
But
good.
I got you a little something today.
Oh.
And you might want to consider changing into it. That's just my opinion. But this is
Nice.
this is a
I love
typical
it. Thank
Bermuda dress. This is what they wear in Bermuda. That's what all the locals wear. It's what I buy every time I go down there.
Well,
buy
I
a
like
brand
to be
new
a little
one.
local.
And it's great for the island. So you'll be able to use that
Oh,
in
this is so
Southampton.
cute.
And it's like a little,
Oh, I love
very
it.
easy to wear.
I'm going to wear this right after the
beach
show.
dress. Isn't that adorable?
I love the colors. Isn't it really cute,
Yeah, that
Karen?
is you.
You are
Love
the
it?
sweetest. Thank
Well, it's
you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
My pleasure.
She's
I saw it.
so
I
good.
saw it. And I thought
love
of you.
presents, by the way.
But I wanted to get you
Feel
something
free.
typical from Bermuda, and that's
Yeah,
from
no,
the
I love
English
it.
shop, which is all over Bermuda. It's called the English shop.
I love it.
and that's what they are
It's
known
adorable,
for,
and I
that's what
love
they
the
make.
colors. In fact, I'm going to take this with me when I go. Oh, I can't say where I'm going because it's a surprise. Okay, I almost
Yes.
slipped again.
On her September trip.
On my September trip.
Yes.
Those of you, some of you adults know where I'm going, but I
Yes.
can't say it out loud
Yes.
because my niece watches and
Yeah, it's a surprise.
it's a
for your niece.
surprise.
That's funny. So how
So-
was San Diego?
Okay, I'll put this over here for right now.
Okay.
My little gorgeous thing. Okay, so San Diego was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. I went there for the conference for our nutritional cleansing company.
Yes, I know. I was
And-
disappointed I couldn't go. But
Right. Well,
next
you know, you didn't know about it till later on, and you had
Right.
the Bermuda trip
Yes.
plans. But
I did.
I would never miss it again. You know,
I'm
I
not going to
recommend
miss
that-
it again.
Yeah,
You've
I would-
already made me promise.
I recommend it
so,
to every
yeah.
every
I'm in.
human possible.
I promise.
I mean, we were 10,000 people strong. It was
That's a lot of
incredible.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part about being with 10,000 healthy, wealthy people is everyone's happy. No
And
one's
probably
cranky.
gorgeous,
Oh,
too.
gorgeous,
Yeah,
gorgeous.
clothes,
But no
jewelry,
one's
yeah.
cranky. No one's
Yeah.
complaining.
Yeah.
No one's got like their,
I like
puss
that.
face on. I mean, we're literally there at 8:30 in the morning like this.
Excited. I saw all
Everyone's
the pictures.
dressed.
I was like, calm
everybody
down.
looks great. Everybody's all, everybody's got the things going. We're all shaking it up, shaking
And
it
you
up
met
every
some
morning.
of your favorite people in the world, right?
I met some of my
You actually
idols.
have one here today with us.
Yes, I do.
I know.
Yes, I do.
So tell
I
us
do.
a little bit about our upcoming guest.
So wait, I want to show you my pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wait, I
All
want
right.
to show you my
Well,
pictures.
isn't one of those pictures of her?
Yes, but I
Okay.
have them in a sequence.
All right,
Come
let's
on,
go.
I did my due diligence today.
what is that?
So that is just our team, Karen.
Oh, I didn't meet
That
all those
is-
people.
No, you
Yeah.
haven't met them yet
No.
because you haven't
I went to
been there.
Jersey, but they were not all there.
Well, there'll be 800 in Jersey
That's a
on
lot.
the 9th.
Yeah.
Yes, 800 people.
That's Tuesday I'm going.
Oh,
to.
Tuesday. What,
Tuesday.
is that the 9th?
I
Isn't
don't
that the
know.
9th?
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
Tuesday the
going
9th.
Tuesday to that.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And then this is us out for dinner with just a couple of our key crew. That's my cousin
looks like
Jody.
dessert on the table.
Diane Ferrara and Carolyn Sterling. Yes, and we all shared a dessert.
That's yummy.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
all about balance, health, and nutrition. It's all about a lifestyle.
agree.
And this is our guest for today. Look at this one.
Gorgeous.
Is she a
Absolutely
humdinger or
gorgeous.
what?
Yeah.
Stunning. Not only is she beautiful on the outside.
Stephanie Lucrezio, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Not
Yes.
only is Stephanie beautiful on the outside, but
so
she
excited
is
to meet her.
just as beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
And she is, I mean, she wears so many hats, I don't even know where to start.
Well-
First of all, she's a best-selling author.
Right.
Okay. Second of all, she's a nutritional cleansing coach like us.
Who doesn't
But
love that?
she also has INN graduate. She's
IIN.
what did I say again?
INN.
Oh,
It's
I can't-
IIN.
I don't
We do
get
this every
that.
time with her. But go
Why
ahead.
is it so odd to say that?
I don't know, but I remember we have a friend, Kim Berry, who is also an IIN
IIN.
graduate. And the whole time we had lunch with Kim Berry, she was going, the INN, it's fabulous, that INN.
I really want to say
"It's not
CNN, honestly,
INN.
to tell you the truth.
IIN
I
graduate.
really want to say CNN.
And that's the
Integrated
Okay.
Institute for Nutrition.
Oh, see?
IIN.
Okay.
You know what? They're very knowledgeable about nutrition.
They
but
are.
as far as a catchphrase, not so much. Let's just put it there. And Stephanie is also she's a food activist. So
Well, that we need.
Yeah, so we're going to talk
I
to
think
her.
every neighborhood needs
Oh,
a food
absolutely, absolutely. So we're
Yeah.
going to talk to her a little bit about her books.
Okay.
We're going to talk to her a little bit about what she does.
That's
And then
exciting.
she also brought some samples.
Oh,
So we can know what's a healthy snack, what's a great snack, because a lot of people are preparing, for their children to go back to school, and they're hemming and hawing
It's a
on
big
what
problem.
they could, what are the good options that they can give their children. and what are options that won't affect other children that have allergies, because that's a huge thing now in schools as well. So,
it is. You know, I
yeah.
think that my daughter's school doesn't have like a whole section where you're not
Yes.
allowed to have any peanuts or peanut butter or anything like that. And, you know, it's a shame that they have to separate the kids like that, because, I mean, I think anybody can go, 6 hours without peanuts at some point. So I just think they can, not bring
Ex-nate
them.
the peanuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Because it kind of makes them feel ostracized.
Although
You know?
peanut butter is my favorite thing, so I don't know.
No, I understand, and I guess it's a pretty common
Every day, no
treat for
peanut butter.
kids.
I don't know about that.
But I mean, I got to tell you, even the school lunches are horrible. I mean,
Oh.
horrible nutrition. So my daughter brings her lunch every day, which I'm thankful for.
Right. Well, that's something that Stephanie is very passionate about,
Yeah, well, that's
and
good.
right.
And I'd
So
really
we'll talk
love
to her about
learn
that.
more about that, just because suggestion-wise, you run out of suggestions at some point. So it's good to have extra ideas.
Right,
on what
right.
to do.
It's also good, and
Yeah.
it's also great. Like she has 2 books, but the second book is about she's a busy mom, so she
Right.
works. She's a mompreneur. She again obviously wears many hats, and how to fit all this healthy living and eating into that. How do you create these meals and make it easy that you can live your life and not be
Well, that's it. And I get
chained
so
in
many
the
questions
kitchen.
all the time about nutritional cleansing, and really, there's 3 key parts. It comes, down to the fact that we're using great products, that we're personally coaching you through the system.
Yeah, without a
and
doubt.
That they have to make the decision to change, and those 3 key
Yes.
elements, when they come together, can just pay off for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. If you can follow those 3 guidelines and use the products, listen to our advice, and do it yourself, and know that you have it in you to change, then you can do it.
Yeah, you got to You got to want it. You got to want it. But I mean, it's a challenge. I think the first 2 weeks is a little challenging, but once you get past that
course it
2-week
is.
hump, you're in like Finn, and it becomes so easy. You're like, what? This is it?
Right. Well,
Are
it's
you
like,
kidding?
it's like
because
you're
your
getting a
body
new job.
begins to.
You're nervous. You
Yes.
don't know what to expect.
It's a learning
You're not
curve.
sure how it's going to work for you, but you get through it. And then,
Yeah, but I think also your body begins to reward you for it. Like I know
yeah.
myself, my sleep is better. It just there's so many things. But
Yeah.
enough about me. Let's get moving.
Yeah.
Although I
Well,
could talk about me
Monday
all day.
night, I just want to let everybody know, Monday night we're going to be at Liquid Nightclub in Woodbury for probably one of the last Monday nights of the season.
Yes, and it's a
So
special. It's a very special
very
one. So
special
I
night.
suggest you guys join us because it's for a great cause.
It's a celebration of the veterans in the United States that we're going to be going there and, congratulating them and thanking them for their services. It's also a 9/11 memorial for
Right.
those who sacrificed and lost their lives in that terrible, terrible, tragic event. So that's going to be Monday night at Liquid at 6 o'clock. We'll be down there with Madhousetv.
Our very own.
Tommy Mayer
Woo-hoo!
performing.
He's gonna be singing, people.
I'm excited. I'm totally
gonna be a
excited.
groupie. Tommy Marr.
Mar, right.
The Maverick Soul.
Also, we'll have
What are you gonna sing, Tommy?
Tom Mealy down
He
there.
doesn't know. He doesn't even know what he's gonna sing.
Taping interviews.
He's a pro. It doesn't even matter. I mean, have you ever heard him sing?
Yeah.
Okay, you should check
he's
out his
fabulous.
show. It's incredible.
He's
I mean,
right
he's
on
incredible.
Madhouse TV. So just if you go on madhousetv.com and you'll see Tommy Marr's show, click on it and watch it because he's got some great episodes. Actually, the last one he just did was like an hour and 45 minutes or
Oh,
something. And that was
incredible.
fabulous. So you definitely got to check
No,
that
the
out.
talent. I mean, he's so talented.
Yeah, fabulous. And then
Are we gonna get on? Can we shake? Can I shake a tambourine, Tommy?
Absolutely.
All right, great. See, I got an answer. All right.
only if you wear those hoochie shorts.
No.
Okay? That's the
No.
only way I'm going to allow it.
I can shake a tambourine. That
I do
much
love
I know.
that outfit on you. I
You
mean,
like it? It's growing on you. I can see
it really is. It's very,
See?
very cute. It's very,
Woo!
very cute. And I wish I could pull it off, but there's no way I would. There's just
Listen,
no way.
it's all about the magic happens the moment you enter out of your comfort zone. That's
Yes.
where the magic happens.
That's true.
It is.
Yeah.
So
I know.
all I feel like is magic.
Well, here was my magic when I entered into this venture with you. That
Yeah.
was kind of out of my-
we were way out of the zone, let me tell you that. And it just
Check it
keeps
out.
getting further into the stratosphere.
I think going forward, you're going to see us a lot at different fundraising events because now this is the season coming up,
Yeah.
and we're not going to be wearing hoochie mama clothes. So this is the last
Again,
look at it.
again.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. But so Monday night at Liquid we have coming up, and then at the end of the month we're doing a very special promotion on September 28th at the John Ingman Theater with Madhouse TV.
Oh, right.
That's also going to be about veterans, and they're actually going to give a house away to a deserving veteran. So
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's
That's
wonderful.
gonna
And
be
that
incredible.
information will be up on our website.
I think it's at 1 or 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah,
I think it's
we'll
like 2 or
post that.
3.
We'll
Yeah,
post
it'll be up on our website. I'm sure it'll also be up on Madhouse TV's website. So definitely check it out. Save the date, and and come see us. Come support the veterans. They support us. We have to support them. So help us help them.
Yes, yes. And we love meeting you guys too. Like every time we go to an event and we run into people who watch the show, and we love hearing your critiques and your feedback and stuff like that. And we had put up a post with some bleepers that we had last week, and we got a really great response. So
yeah, we're not great when we're scripted. But
yeah.
You know what? We'll be right back with
we have a
Stephanie
commercial.
Lucrezio, and we'll see you soon.
See you in a few.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your number one resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the number one supplier of tattoo inks in the world, with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We have Stephanie Lucrezio here, and Regina was
so
kind
excited.
enough to invite her onto the program with us, and I'm thrilled to meet her and learn all about everything it is she does. So,
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. You two are just so hysterical together. Being on this show has been a comedy act. I love it.
Oh,
It's
thanks.
fantastic.
We have fun.
That Regina, she's funny, all right.
Yeah. Well, I knew that. Well, but I knew that you would be a perfect fit for our show because I know you, through the nutritional cleansing company that we work with, and Karen is also on board with that as well.
Yeah.
But we've met several times at some of the meetings in New Jersey and stuff like that, and conferences and stuff, and we just instantly ran towards each other like we knew each other
Clicked.
for life.
Yes.
And I'm like,
That's so
my
nice.
cousin Jody's like, do you know her? I go, I've never met her before in my life. and Stephanie's like, I know, I just love her. So we just became instant friends, and because we share a lot of the same interests.
Absolutely.
And you have so many different hats that you wear. I mean, you're a licensed esthetician.
Yeah.
So we're in the beauty industry. I mean, there's so
Right.
many commonalities, the nutritional cleansing, all this stuff. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Stephanie.
So
let's
first
be
thing-
serious about
Yes,
it,
let's be
Stephanie.
serious. It's going to be very hard with the two of you.
I
I'm just
know.
saying.
Let's be serious.
Nothing's ever too serious.
Exactly. I'm a mom, first and foremost. I have a 6-year-old son, going to be 7 soon, Lewis. Hello, Lewis, I love you.
Was yesterday his
plays-
first day of school?
Tomorrow is
Oh,
his first day of
tomorrow.
school.
Oh,
We're
that's
starting
nice.
second grade, so it's, all the questions about who will the teacher be, all that dramazula, so
Oh
we're
my
waiting
gosh.
to find that
Right.
out tomorrow.
And he loves hockey, right?
He loves hockey. He's a fantastic
So you're a hockey
player.
mom?
I'm a hockey mom.
Okay.
Always doing things on the bleachers. The great thing about our business is we can do it anywhere.
That's correct.
true.
So it's a fantastic opportunity for me
Mm-hmm.
to meet other moms.
Yes.
And, I got into writing. It's something that I've always been passionate about and had on my bucket list that I wanted to write my own book. So when I was approached for these 2 books, even though I'm just a co-author, it was an amazing opportunity for me to be able to have something in writing about my journey, my beliefs, and especially talking about food is one of my passions. Regina knows once I get started, it's hard for me to stop.
Yes,
No,
I
that's
know.
okay because we need to learn a
But
lot
she
about
makes it
so-
interesting. You'll see what I mean.
I want
Like,
to write
it's-
a book. I could write a book on all the drama.
We
just
could write a book
drama.
on nutritional cleansing.
Drama
I'm just
and
saying-
drama.
Yes.
That and the drama that goes along with nutritional cleansing.
There is a lot of drama with
I've
certain
got
people.
pages
I
and
can't
pages
give
of
away
drama
any
I can
secrets.
write.
No, we got to leave it for the book.
Yes.
This book specifically, In Pursuit of the Divine, what does that mean to you? What made you get involved with something like this, and what is this book about?
When Krista approached me about the book, I was really excited because it was something that forced me to step out of my comfort zone, and we talked about that's where the magic happens. It was a really emotional book to talk about a transformational period in your life and how it affected you and how it helped you to grow as a person. So for me, that time was really about becoming a mother. As great as it was to have my son, I struggled with trying to figure out how to remain me
Right.
and
Sure.
become this new mother and fit into that role. Of course, working is always a challenge because in this day and age, 2 salaries are really a requirement to be able to live a comfortable
Yes.
life.
Yes.
So I struggled with trying to balance a full-time job and, kind of answering to 2 bosses, my son being one of them and my boss being the other one.
Sure.
So after about 3 years, I decided to leave, and, that was one of the scariest decisions I ever made. But in hindsight, it was
To leave your job.
To leave
and
my
just be a
job.
Full-time job,
mom.
right.
So this book actually helps you transition from being a mother, and it gives you advice on how to do that.
It's
from-
yeah,
I
it's
think
just
it
it's real
inspires
and
people.
raw.
Yeah,
Right.
the stories inspire people to take their leap.
Absolutely, and there's so many fantastic
Right.
stories of people who have struggled with anything from abuse to
Wow.
anything of those things. So it's really all encompassing.
Definitely have to read that.
It's a great read. When you're on the beach, definitely take it with you. It was
Yeah.
really hard for me because I'm typically a private person when it comes to the emotions, and I feel for moms it was important to really get it out there because a lot of moms feel that isolation. They don't know how to adjust, and it's like you're supposed to feel a certain way. So people are afraid to say how it really is, and it's the most rewarding job that you can have, but it's also the hardest. So, you have that identity crisis in a sense.
I know.
And I'm
My
Go
my
ahead.
cousin Joy always says, I don't have kids, but Joy always says to me, you know what, Reg, I'm telling you, they're the most incredible thing in the whole world. Like
Yeah, it changes
it's
your life. I
incredible.
mean, you're a new
She's
person.
like, but it's so much work.
You never
and
sleep
people
again.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, and
Yeah, I
people
have a
don't realize all they
15-year-old.
do is glorify it because it is a miracle and it's a wonderful to have a healthy,
absolutely.
perfect child. Like it's
Yeah.
an incredible gift that you've been given. But she's like, but really, it's a
It is the most beautiful, messy situation
Right.
you could possibly have. And,
That's a
and
good way of putting it.
My big thing was always trying to control everything, and I think one of the things that I've learned, not only with my journey in motherhood, but with this journey that I'm in now with nutritional cleansing and personal development, is how to let go.
Right.
And it's a hard thing
You
to
can't
do.
take it all on.
You
There
can't
are
take it
certain
all on.
things you have to just let be.
And for women, it's
Yeah.
difficult because,
yeah.
you know, we wear so many different hats and we
my
have so many expectations and things
And we want
on
to
us.
control everything around us.
And we
you
can
know,
do
and
everything
you
better.
can't.
So it's very
Absolutely.
difficult. To,
It's very difficult to let go. But once you
it's
do,
very difficult. I mean, it's true,
it's
guys. I'm
so
sorry,
freeing.
but
I mean,
yeah,
we,
it
we
is.
talk about Jeff Combs letting go
Yes.
of the control
Oh,
that keeps you in
he's
control.
coming, you know, to Long Island in December 6th.
I know. I'm so excited.
Get ready for
exciting.
We
get
love Jeff
ready
Combs.
for that.
Yeah.
I
We'll
got to
have
get
to
him
have
on the
him
show.
on the show.
You
I
have
was
to get
gonna
him on
say.
the
I
show.
have to get him on the show.
Oh, he'd be incredible.
Yeah, he would. I would be a little nervous.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think so. You've met him
Excited, like
100
nervous,
times.
excited. Yeah, no, nervous, like excited.
He's
you
So
know,
now, let me talk to you
He's
a
amazing.
second about what else you do.
Well, what
for
about
a
this
living.
book? You wanna go
Why
through
don't
the
we do that
books?
when we talk about
Oh, the
foods
food.
and
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
like that?
We'll
But,
save this.
You know, she mentioned that you were an esthetician, and what I think I'm most curious about is what made you go from esthetician into nutritional cleansing? What was that transformation about?
Growing up, I was the Haagen-Dazs queen. I mean, me being this food activist and,
Really?
you know, so healthy was definitely not something that I think most people expected from me. Friends from high school and my family members like, what happened to you? But going into aesthetic school and learning about the connection between your health of your skin and what you put in your body was kind of the first step for me.
That makes sense.
And
yeah.
in making more, you know, decisions that were related to health and really keeping track of what I was eating. With that being said, most of the work that I did with my cosmetics license were for companies. I traveled a lot I worked for Bare Essentials and Kate Somerville, and I was traveling all over the place for events
Being
and
an
trainings.
educator,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So once I had my son, you know, you get much more interested. I couldn't do that anymore. I
No.
mean, I tried for 3 years, but I was verging on a meltdown, so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, it's over.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you have your son, there's all types of questions. You know, do you vaccinate? Do you do formula? Do you breastfeed? There were so many different things swirling in my mind. And I remember going to my pediatrician and having all of these different ideas and different feelings about certain things. Like I didn't want to give my son cow's milk. I didn't know why I didn't want to give him cow's milk, but
You just knew it
something
wasn't
in
gonna
my
be
gut,
right for him,
it was
yeah.
not right. And it turns out he went through years and years of sinus infection, ear infections. They couldn't figure out why. Finally switched pediatricians because I was done justifying and validating my beliefs. I just wanted someone who supported me, and
Right.
she wasn't.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's allergic to dairy. So, Mom, follow your gut.
But
Yeah.
you see,
exactly.
people aren't willing to look, well, now maybe more so because your son's a little older, now maybe more so, but, you know, 5 years ago,
So
it's
different.
almost like we were back in the Stone Ages. And it
Yeah.
was like when you're saying you don't want to give him cow's milk, they're like, what?
She
What?
made me
Is she
feel
crazy?
this
Yeah,
big.
exactly.
She's like, it's tried and true. He needs it for his brain. I'm like, okay, you know, I left and I did it. But
Right,
everything
right.
in my body said, don't do it.
Right.
So that kind of, when I was home for those 2 years trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because the work that I do is so much a part of who I am, I love it. I love helping people. I love educating people. I love speaking to people and seeing that light bulb moment go off and then
Yes.
saying, oh my God, I'm learning something new. I have to make changes.
Right.
The inboxes, the emails, I mean, it's just fantastic to know that you're having an impact on people's lives.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's,
It's-
one of the reasons why I continue to do what it is that I do.
Yeah, it's
because
great.
It's that aspect of
It
it.
makes
that
you a
makes
person.
it
It's the
great.
most
Yeah.
rewarding thing. Well, you know what? If you want to feel good and you want to make yourself feel
Exactly.
great, you have to help others. And when
Yeah.
when you're able to actually do that, like seriously do that, it's like you know, you just feel
Yeah.
great. You just really
And
do.
what I realize
agree.
is children look up to that. Like my son is so funny. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
we'll do conferences at a school, and last time I did one, he's like, if GMOs come up, I want to talk about that.
Oh, he's so cute.
I'm like,
At 6
okay,
years old,
at
that's
6 years
so
old,
funny.
look
so-
at Lewis too. Oh, that's
Lewis
so
is
cute.
great, yeah.
I know he's so.
And my nephew Paulie was with us,
Yes.
and they're like, if they talk about GMOs,
We're in. We're in.
If
So
I said
we got it.
GMO to my daughter, she'd probably be like, "What that? What? Who,
Oh,
what's
it was
that,
my
Babs?"
proudest
You
No,
know?
she
moment as
might
a
know
parent.
now
I don't
though
know.
because you're
I don't
educating her a
know.
little bit.
Yes, but still, I mean, you know, there's still.
So how did you
teenagers.
get
There's
involved
only-
with the school? Like how did
Well,
you?
I was researching, and it's funny because when I first had my son, I had looked at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and at
Right.
the time, they only offered live classes, and going into the city every weekend was not something that was going to be feasible with the young child.
Right.
So I was looking on the internet one night, and really, the universe gives you signs, and all of a sudden, this ad pops up for IIN, and
Okay.
now it's a home-based
Online.
internet online school, and I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. So I went to my husband and I said, you know, this is something I really want to do. And he's been so supportive of
Yeah.
everything. I mean, it's been a journey for me to get where I am now. And he was just like, you know what, if it's something that you feel is really gonna help you, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I did, and my goal was to have a thriving home-based business. Unfortunately for me, IIN was not the only key to that happening, because the message that IIN gives is a fantastic one, but a lot of people that are indoctrinated into that standard American diet, it's a big leap for them from
Right.
where they are now to where IIN wants you to be. So that conversation a lot of people aren't ready for.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that
that's when-
transition is more than most people can handle.
It's difficult. I mean,
Yeah.
it's someplace that everyone should strive to be, but baby steps a little bit at a time, and that's why nutritional cleansing fits so perfectly, because it gives you the tools to have really convenient, healthy meals without having to think too much about what you're going to do. So when I found this, I said, you know what, this is kind of the piece of the puzzle that's missing. I'm going to jump in and do it. And it's been fantastic, because now I'm at the point where I've created a multiple six-figure income working from home, and I'm assisting so many other moms to be able to do the same thing. And that's a passion from me.
That is key.
Because I speak to so many moms, and it's like you can't really fully be present when you're a slave to so many different bosses. You're always thinking about what's next.
Yeah.
And what's
Never
to
I
come.
should be here, I'm not
100%
here, I
going into
should be
one
there.
thing.
Yeah.
And
I
most
mean, I do
moms,
that now, really, just
Yeah.
with, everything that goes on in my life. But
they go to
know,
bed guilt-ridden, like, did I really enjoy any part of the day? Because, I mean, you know how it is with children. You're going from one thing to the next. It's a lot.
Yeah,
So
it is.
It's a passion.
Well, I think when we come back, we should talk more about the kids and the foods and
Absolutely.
what
Yes.
goes on in the schools.
You brought us some goodies to
did.
look
Yeah,
at, so
I
we
did.
can go get those
All
during
right,
the
so
break.
we'll be right back. Just give us a couple minutes, watch some great sponsors, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Están mirando Madhousetv.com.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have Stephanie Lucrecio here, and she's a best-selling author, food activist, IIN graduate.
See how I make her make mistakes now.
Yes, and
we're going to talk about this
We're
book
happy
now.
to have you join us.
Yes,
today.
I'm
welcome
happy to
back.
be here. Thank you.
And this book is called Balance for Busy Moms, and this is her second book, and this is all about how to balance your life and have healthy eating and cook your way to health.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
important.
Look at, I like this little thing on this.
I
'cause
know.
that's
She's
what we-
juggling all different types of things.
That's what
we
women do. Right, exactly.
Right.
We wear many hats. So tell us about how this got started for you. Like, how did you get in? I know you went to IIN.
You guys will get it eventually.
Yes. And but you discovered that your son had some food allergies, and I think your husband does
My
as well,
husband
right?
just recently in the last year and a half discovered that he's allergic to pretty much everything.
Oh, wow.
So it's challenging. I mean, we're talking eggs, soy, gluten, dairy, almonds.
Now, did these
shellfish.
allergies just come on for him, or was he always allergic to
They
it?
just came on from him, and we knew that he was allergic to shellfish and almonds for about 2 years, but that was manageable.
Oh, okay.
And he started to lose weight and just not feel right. So I said to him, you have to go back and be tested again. You have all the signs of food intolerances.
not right.
Something is not right. And when he went, I mean, it was overwhelming even for me to get that diagnosis because there's so many different things that he was allergic to. It's almost like, okay, what do you
Well,
eat?
now, yeah, what's left?
So it was really hard, but you know, we've been able to keep it under control and manage it when we're within the confines of our own home. When you leave home base, all bets
you
are
have-
off.
yeah,
It's very
exactly.
hard.
Go out to dinner and things like that. Yeah.
We do it maybe once or twice a month. I don't really love to eat out anyway. I'm kind of a control freak with my food.
Yeah.
So I would much rather prepare whatever I'm cooking for myself and my family just to know what's in it.
Sure. That makes sense. Well,
But tell
especially
us
when
a
you
little-
have those difficulties.
Well,
because,
yeah.
I mean, I have a nephew who's allergic to several different things, and
It's
you know,
scary.
it's a challenge when you go out to a restaurant. You get the chef out and make sure that the waitresses understand.
You get a
and, like,
lot of personal attention in Disney. The chef comes out,
Oh, I
they
know.
take you around the buffet, and they show you what you can eat. I mean, they do
Oh,
a really
really?
great job with
Yeah.
it there.
Really?
So
Oh, okay. That's good
the
to know.
one
That is
place
good.
that if
That's
you're
good
going,
to know because I'm going there soon.
Yeah, sure.
But now explain, because here's the thing. There's so many buzzwords now, like, you know, GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, blah, 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 blah. I mean, nobody really knows what that means.
Nobody knows what it means. And here's the thing that I tell people. They can put all of the buzzwords that they want. It's all marketing on the front of the package. The truth about what you're eating is always in the ingredient label. So I train people, you don't want to only look at serving size, calories, number of grams of fat, number of grams of sugar. I mean, those are important things to take note of as well. But you really want to read one by one the ingredients that are in that product. And whenever you're reading an ingredient deck, whether it's your skincare, whether it's your food, everything is listed from most concentrated ingredient to least concentrated ingredient.
Okay.
So what you'll find is they're geniuses in marketing, the food industry, the skincare
How did they
industry.
get away with all that, too? Like,
It's all self-regulated. So
Oh.
the funny and unexpected
right,
twist
so they
is-
say it's okay.
Yeah, the
Right.
FDA, who's
Isn't
supposed
that-
to be
does that make
protecting
any
us,
sense?
it doesn't.
Right.
The
You
FDA,
don't
who's
see that?
protecting us,
No.
is
That's crazy.
basically, it's a revolving door. So people will go into positions in the FDA from Monsanto, who happens to be one of the biggest producers of genetically modified organisms, which just basically is poison to humans.
Monsanto.
Monsanto, yeah.
Monsanto, yeah.
So they'll go in, they'll create legislation, get it passed, come out, go back to their positions in Monsanto. I mean, it's disturbing. I actually have a slide in one of the GMO workshops that I do that shows the overlap of some of the major political figures who
Really?
have held positions in Monsanto and who have held positions in the government. So,
Right. So it's
bottom
like
line is-
lobbyists that go in
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and they have the
for
money,
rest of
they have
lives.
the
Yeah.
resources, sure.
Got it.
And people are
what are
asleep
we
at
doing?
the wheel.
Nothing, yeah.
People
Right.
are asleep at the wheel. We're over-medicated, we're overweight, we're, in debt, hopeless, and
Sure,
it's,
and we're addicted to this crap.
we're addicted to this crap. And, it's something that I tell every mother, the health habits start with the mother and the family. So if you go to an amusement park and you see an overweight mother, the unfortunate and sad part is you're probably going to see an overweight child.
Definitely.
So
I see it often.
it's something that I feel my chapter in that book is called A Legacy of Health, because it really is a legacy that you're leaving with your children when you're able to instill good eating habits and show them the importance of what they're putting in their body. It's such a different way of looking, and those are tools that they can take with them for years to come to really live their best life and be healthy, because the bottom line is, you know, you only get one body, you only get one shot at this. Once you get into the point where you're sick and now you're in the medical healthcare system, I call it sick care, but once you get into that
That's
system,
a great term.
it really is. You know, people like, oh, it's so expensive to eat healthy. It's expensive to eat healthy, but has anyone priced out cancer lately? Because that's pretty expensive also, and not only expensive, but invasive, and it's life-changing. So my whole thing with the clients that I work with is to invest in your wellness, because it's a much easier road to take.
Absolutely.
Yes, it might be a little bit more expensive, but the thing about this is food companies are watching where people are spending their dollars. So every time you go to a supermarket and you scan something, you're casting a vote for the types of foods that you want to feed your family. So if you're going in and you're buying Fruit Loops and Hot Pockets and all this other flaming cheese doodles, as Jeff Combs would say.
My nephew wanted Lucky Charms. I'm like, Lucky Charms?
Yeah, but you know
Who
what?
eats
I
Lucky
think
Charms? You're
people
19 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think people look for that because their body is craving sugar. Of
course.
Because
Yeah.
they're addicted to the sugar.
Sugar actually
And
affects
it's like
the
a-
same center of your
Exactly.
brain that heroin does.
Yes, I was
Oh,
just going to say.
lovely.
It's an
Yeah.
addiction.
It's an
That's
addiction.
crazy.
It's an addiction.
Yeah.
So,
it really
you know,
is. It's bad.
When you take your kids, like I'll take my son to the supermarket, we have ground rules. Like we know immediately when we go in. I very rarely shop in traditional supermarkets. I love Trader Joe's. If I had a Whole Foods in Staten Island, this is my plea to people
Yeah,
in Staten
Whole
Island.
Foods.
Staten Island, get on
Whole
board.
Foods,
Come on.
please. Or
Yes.
some sort of
Do you
Wegmans Fairway.
know what an advocate she could be for your
Oh
store?
my God,
Get
I
on
could
that
get so
Whole
many
Foods.
people in your
You
store.
could do tutorials in Whole Foods.
Oh my God, forget
Yeah.
it. It would be
You
fantastic.
should open up a store. Like
Well,
Whole Foods.
eventually, when I
Yes.
become a nutritional cleansing millionaire, I will do that.
Yes, which is not so far in the future, because I, again, in San Diego, I had the pleasure of watching my beautiful friend Stephanie win several awards.
Oh, Regina, I love
So
you.
Wow.
it's true. You want to
But
tell
that's
us what
exciting,
award
and
you
you're
won?
doing it with a passion.
Tell us. Look
Go
at the
ahead,
award
tell
she
me,
won.
tell me.
I-
10,000 people, Stephanie.
Oh my God, Regina.
I was
won-
crying. I was so proud.
I won Rising Star.
Rising Star.
okay.
I got the Star at 1000 and I got Crystal Executive. So it was really exciting. And of course, when I
Three
came home,
people.
Three
Three.
awards. That's
my
awesome.
son picked the award that he wanted. So he has a little Crystal
Which one?
Executive Award.
He put it-
Yeah.
Of course he did.
On his thing. And then he comes in the other day, he goes, Mommy, I think I want the Rising Star. I'm like, yeah, you already made your pick. I'm taking the easiest mine. But,
That's
it's
so
great.
funny.
So when we go into supermarket, I really try to set rules with him.
So these some of the choices that you would.
These are actually from my pantry. I grabbed them in a panic as I was leaving the house just to bring some stuff with you. So the thing that I always tell people is, cereal in the morning, it's not a healthy, balanced breakfast at all. It's definitely not something you want to feed your children. But if you're going to go for a cereal, there are better cereals out there than,
Sure.
Trix and Cocoa Pebbles. So Panda Puffs is something that we use in our house. And if you look, I don't know if they can zoom in, but you'll see it's USDA organic. It's GMO verified and it's gluten-free. So what organic basically means is that it's grown without the use of pesticides, hormones, and antibiotics. Non-GMO verified means that they're not using any genetically modified ingredients. And basically, for those of you that don't know what a GMO is, and my hope and prayer for every mother out there is that you know what a GMO is and that you avoid the foods that contain them. So basically, just to break it down for you, a GMO is where they take the DNA of one species and the DNA of another and they cross it together
Yeah.
to create some sort of
Science
situation
project.
that's going to help the farmer and the food company to get more yields on their product.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, corn is not a vegetable, people. Don't buy corn.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about corn, especially if it's not organic. It's actually regulated as a pesticide. Because what they're doing is they are forcing, instead of spraying the crops with pesticide, there was a lot of controversy about that because the workers were getting sick, they're actually injecting the pesticide into the corn so that the pesticide is now part of every cell of the corn. When a bug goes to eat the corn, its stomach explodes and it dies. They're saying by the time it reaches a human plate that it doesn't have any effect, but if you look at the growth of irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut syndrome, which is something that my husband has, and then IBS, Crohn's disease, all of
Sure.
these different diseases
on the
that
rise.
didn't exist years ago. Not only that, but asthma, autism, all these things in our children, you have to take a moment and really think about what's changed. And,
Sure.
You know, when I talk to someone that says,
That
well,
is
my
so scary.
It's so true, though. People
so
don't
scary.
realize
It's gonna
our
get more
food
scary.
supply
So-
is really, really
Contaminated.
corrupt. I mean, it's
Yeah.
corrupt. It's like almost like, big business, and it's like it's all about the money. It's all
It
about the
is.
dollar. Now, they are no longer spraying the crops because the workers actually are getting sick, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that a red flag? Okay. But yet, they're injecting it into the food. So we're ingesting it.
So now
It
you
makes
said
no
something
sense.
that corn isn't a vegetable. Is it a grain? Is it, how is it?
It used to be a vegetable, but now because of the way that they grow
Yes.
corn, it's regulated as a pesticide by the EPA.
Holy
So
cow. That's crazy.
it's very scary.
I am never, ever eating corn
Yes.
again.
No.
Well,
but I'm glad.
we're gonna go into this one more. We're gonna dive a little deeper, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
I definitely want to know more.
we're gonna get some really good education. I like that you're showing me what exactly to read because some products put that on there, but it's not really the same specification. So I just want to
Yeah.
look at that too.
Absolutely.
So when we come back from commercial, we'll be able to get the right information. Absolutely.
Stay tuned.
See ya.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Hi, I'm Jay Nova, host of Rocket Inc. MC, and you're watching MadhouseTV.com.
So
Hi.
welcome
Oh,
back.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, no, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I usually bring us in. So
That's good.
welcome back. We're here talking about some really important information that I think every single person on this planet needs to pay attention to, especially moms of little kids, because all we care about as moms is our children. So let's
Oh, it's frightening what's going
let's
on.
see how we can protect them.
So where we left off was we were in the grocery store with Stephanie, and she's telling us what we can buy and what we let's just say what we can buy and what we should look for on the labels. So you were showing us the first thing
Yes.
was the cereal, right?
So-
And what was on the label?
So you have on this label, it says non-GMO verified. It has a little butterfly on there. And the thing about this is anybody can slap non-GMO on their
Right,
product.
that's
There's
the
really
thing, right.
nobody that's
Regulating that.
regulating it. It's getting a little bit more intense now because there is so much going on in the GMO world. People are becoming more aware, and there's a lot of grassroots movements around the country to know what's in our food. And I think a constitutional right that we all have is to be able to know what we're eating. It's probably the most basic thing
Human
that
right.
I mean,
we have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, especially for our
I
children.
don't like that word now, like everything is natural. You always see on something
Natural means nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Natural means nothing. Source of whole grain means nothing. It's really all about the ingredients. So if you want to avoid GMOs, the first thing you want to do is look for that non-GMO. And the reason that butterfly is so important is because it's a third-party verification. So they're
Right.
actually sending it out to an independent company for testing. And that's really important because they can't just slap that on. So when you're doing anything like that, definitely. If you have children with allergies or you want to be a responsible parent and send snacks that everybody in the class can eat, this Enjoy Life brand is one of our staples in our house because it doesn't contain any of the 8 common allergens. There's another brand called Home Free that we use, which is also free, and the cookies are absolutely delicious. Like when my husband first brought them home from Whole Foods, I was like, I don't know how are these going to taste. My son loves them.
Oh,
They're
good.
kid tested, mother approved. It's all kinds of good stuff.
That's right. And it has the butterfly.
Has the butterfly on it. It's organic. These Snackimals are a staple in our house
how
as well.
cute.
I love Snackimals. They're made with oatmeal. They're, again, non-GMO verified. They're organic. So you have in here cookies that are healthier options. I mean, the bottom line is that kids are going to be kids. You don't want to keep them, you know, in a bubble where they can't have any snacks, but there are healthier options. And yes, they may be $2 or $3 more expensive, and you're not going to go to ShopRite and stock up on the can sale and all this stuff. But the question that I have is, isn't the investment in our children's health worth spending an additional $2 or $3?
I think 100%.
I
more
don't
than that.
get it. I just don't get it.
More
So, you know, with
no, and the
school
same
coming-
people that are buying the cans
yeah.
are walking around with these pocketbooks that cost I don't know what.
I don't
And they're
understand.
so busy with these pocketbooks, and meanwhile they're giving the kids
I'm not
toxic
buying
food.
organic apples. It's $3 more. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
what?
if you look at in Europe, it's so funny because these companies
Oh, it's totally different.
are making products for the United States and they're making products for other countries. So in other countries, GMOs are not allowed.
Right.
They're banned in 63 countries around
Correct.
the world. And if they are allowed, there's strict labeling laws to show you exactly what's in that product and let people know that there are genetically modified ingredients.
Correct.
Another ingredient to watch out for is FD&C dyes. So if you see FD&C
yeah,
red,
what is that?
FD&C blue, those are food coloring agents they use in products that they're all petroleum based. And they're actually linked to attention deficit disorder in children.
See this?
So if you
That's
go
why
to
ADD
Europe,
like the
and
fruit
ADHD
roll-ups,
is insane.
And that's like
Skittles and Starbursts and
Okay.
So when you look at this, you know, and you go to a European country, it actually says in bold writing, this contains dyes, which is linked to ADD or ADHD.
They have to
They
have that
have
on
to
it,
put it
right.
on there, but
And
in the
it's not
United
required
States,
here.
It's not required.
And
chewing
that's just-
gum has
yeah,
it.
oh.
You know, chewing gum also has aspartame, which is an artificial sweetener, which is probably one of the most toxic substances on the
And
planet.
that's
You don't
it
have
was
to
in
tell
every
me.
single soda, diet soda.
Every single diet soda. For
soda.
those of you that think
Yeah.
you're doing yourself a
the
justice
worst.
by having diet soda,
Yeah.
do me a favor right now. Step up, go to your refrigerator, empty it into the sink, and throw it into recycle. Please do not buy it because it is so much
Oh, it's
worse
so
than
bad.
regular soda.
it's so bad.
I mean, soda itself is just poison.
Right.
And it's funny because my son will, I have him trained. My son will point out, my nephew too, they'll point out, that kid is drinking soda, Mom. And I'm like, don't worry about what they're
They're on
doing.
soda patrol.
They're on soda patrol. And I have
That's
friends
so
who give their
cute.
kids soda.
I
and
know.
Yeah.
they'll actually point it out to me and say, why do they allow them to drink soda? I'm like, listen, you know, says each his own. Everyone
Yeah.
does their own thing.
Says
but
each
it's
his
not
own. I
right.
love that.
Most parents, first of all, are so busy and don't take the time to educate themselves.
Right.
So, and it is something that we drank as kids. I mean,
Right.
how much soda did we drink as
I
kids?
don't even want to think about it.
So exactly. So you know, unless you know better,
You do
just-
better.
You,
Yeah.
You do what you do.
Yeah.
If you don't know better, you don't do better.
But it is so important to educate yourself and figure out a way to learn it.
It's so important. It's got to be
Yeah.
a priority, like anything else. I mean, there is information out there. I mean, for anybody who wants information, you can definitely follow me on Facebook, Stephanie Lucrezio. I have my Toxic Tuesday posts. I'm always
Yep.
highlighting certain things. I'm constantly posting about what's going on in the food industry because it is my mission to educate mothers, especially, on what's going on because there is so much power in purchasing that if every single mom stood up and said, you know what, Lucky Charms, I'm done with
Take
you.
a
Yeah. I'm
See
so
you later,
done.
General
Yep.
Mills, all these big food companies that think that they corner the market
Right.
on our food. Let's stop with the coupons for all the junk, sugary cereal snacks, and
Sure.
let's start making broccoli
Sure.
more affordable
Yes.
for people. Like
Yeah.
that would make more sense.
but it's also very. Go ahead.
Let me just say this before I forget, because I think that really what was an eye-opener for me when I realized, when I started nutritional cleansing and when I got into really educating myself about what to put in my body and what not to, it was really one trip to Whole Foods
Yeah.
to know what not to eat, because everything in Whole Foods to me was way better than anything in any of the other supermarkets. And there's a reason why you don't see those foods in Whole Foods. you don't see Lucky Charms in Whole Foods.
I mean, you
don't
walk
see-
into Whole Foods, and the majority of Whole Foods, you have a giant produce section. And for people who don't have a Whole Foods and you're shopping in a traditional supermarket, the rule of thumb is typically to stick to the parameters of the supermarket. Because if you stick to the outer corners, everything has a shelf life. And my rule of thumb is the longer its shelf life, the shorter yours will be. So if you have a box of cereal that will last for 3 years, it's not a good situation. And fast food, like they did a test with a McDonald's hamburger where they left it out for 1 year. Okay, not a maggot, not an odor, nothing. The hamburger looked exactly the same.
It's like petrified. I saw that. I have that post. And a watermelon is like
what that does in your body if you actually eat that and it's just sitting there rotting in your stomach. I mean, it's so poisonous. It's not even funny.
What's with the watermelon?
And the comparison, the picture that I saw, the comparison is you see how a watermelon is biodegradable and how it breaks down, and the burger and the fries are like beep, they're like petrified. They're like perfect.
It's beyond.
It's frightening. But
very frightening.
what freaks me out the most is that they are able, like General Mills and everything else, they're able to put labels on their products. Yes, that are almost like so deceiving. Like this is made with whole grain or blah blah blah, and this is all natural, and this thing that the other
is a whole grain, isn't it? I mean, you can't really
not necessarily.
No.
So wheat. What they're doing with wheat in most situations, if you look, most wheat is enriched, which means that they are processing it through taking all of the nutrients out of the wheat because people like fluffy bread. So, you know, if you're using regular bread that has, you know, that more dense, you know, texture, it hasn't been milled. So if you look at like a sprouted grain bread, those are the types of bread. Ezekiel, yes. Wonder Bread and all these breads, they're basically taking everything that's good out of the bread and then trying to chemically put it back in by adding certain things in a lab. So it's not the same thing at all. It's really not. So
but
whole wheat doesn't
they're
mean
able to
anything.
put this on label. It's incredible.
No, I know. I see almost on everything that I go to grab, it says whole grain, and then I read it.
Right.
It says
well, because now the light went on.
Because I know what
the
I'm
light is
looking
on.
for.
You have to look, and that's the most important thing is, you know, don't be fooled by what's on the front of the box. It really is flipping it over. And in the beginning, it's challenging. I remember my sister calling me when I first told her about bread. She called me. She's like, I'm in the bread aisle. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Everything has high fructose corn syrup and enriched wheat flour. What do I buy? So, you know, it takes a little while. But once you get the hang of it and you just have your go-to items, shopping becomes a 1, 2, 3 situation. But you have to put that due diligence in to really spend the time and see what's in your food. Because the bottom line is, once you bring it into your home, your children are going to eat it. So if you make the hard decisions at the supermarket and you leave the crap where it belongs on the shelf.
Home. I mean, not home.
At the
Don't
shelf,
bring it
then
home, right.
no one in the home is going to be eating it.
Correct.
So it really is making the hard decisions. And not to say you can't have snacks, because we have snacks in my house. It's just we have healthier snacks. And with school coming up, you know, packing a lunchbox, these are questions they get all the time. And don't give your kids school lunch. I don't care how they're making it into being a healthier version. I've been in the school cafeterias. I know what's in there. They won't let you read the ingredients on the box, and there's a reason for that. I mean, they let me go take a tour of my son's school cafeteria, and this has nothing to do with my son's school individually. This is a nationwide program.
Correct.
But I couldn't read any of the ingredient labels, and there's a reason for that, because the food is laden with GMOs, and this is our children. This is our future. If we can't invest in good food for our children to be able to concentrate and focus in schools, then people wonder why we're behind other countries. Well, if you look at a lunch program in Japan versus a lunch program in the United States, it's worlds and worlds apart.
Absolutely.
Stephanie, I want to keep talking about this so much, but we are
I have an idea.
out of time.
I'm going to throw this at Stephanie.
Okay.
She has no idea what I'm going to, neither do you.
I don't.
But here's my idea, people. There's so much information that I would love if we could have you be a repetitive guest.
Oh, I would love that.
Every maybe couple of months or seasonally.
Yes.
Like as we get into the
That would be
holidays now,
fabulous.
I think it would be great to get a little education on how to work your
Absolutely.
holiday magic and
And
all that
we gotta
stuff.
wrap it up
I know we got
because
to wrap it
we're
up.
good, but
But so
listen,
we're good with that?
all the information's on our
So
website.
Stephanie will be back,
Stephanie
people.
Lucrezio, and her websites and all her links are there. Go to shakeitupwithkarenandregina.com. We'll see you soon. Have a great week. We'll see you Monday.
We didn't even get to talk about shoes.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of show is this? No
I
shoes?
don't know. I don't know. Next
Bye,
time.
guys. See you next week.